because it's almost like there's a lot of people around. It's like a
Critical thoughts. Deserve.
there's more snitches out
Critical Thoughts Podcast, episode 34. Be back in the building with y'all. Adam Neal, with your favorite co-host, Rilla Crow.
Young Ant.
Like I said before, episode 34, we back in the building, live.
Drinking Coronas.
Shout out to my boy Ant.
Young Neef.
Yeah, young Crows are. We in the building though. So what's going on, man?
Nothing, man. Just ready for the little holidays. We're coming up. Some days off. You know, it's a good festive time of year.
Yeah.
Making a little extra cool fazuls.
You have to.
Gotta make some extra fazuls.
Have
I'm
to.
always nervous too. Around like I feel like always my boss is not gonna give me my bonus. I just feel like that. Like he's just like, and I have to. I always feel like, wow, next week, what day am I gonna ask him if he's gonna do it? I'm gonna, have to, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like if I don't say nothing, he won't do it.
Yeah, like if you don't say nothing, yeah, exactly.
It's foul, right?
And then like you hate asking your boss for money,
Yeah.
like, bro, where's
But
the
I'm,
money
I'm,
you owe?
I'm not, definitely not shy. I'm definitely gonna say something if I don't get it by like next Thursday.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, yo, what's up with the bonus?
What's up? Yeah, fuck
know?
all that. Fuck all that. Yeah.
You know?
But we back in the building. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the listeners. Shout out to the subscribers. The ones on YouTube. If you're not, like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Critical Thoughts Podcast on IG. We in the building. We back. We got a lot to talk about.
Where do you start?
Oh, well, we start. We on our way to the finals in the World Cup.
Yeah,
France, Argentina.
that's the final, right?
Yeah, Messi has proven.
He's finally gotten to the final, right?
Yeah, if he wins this one, he'll be the only one besides Maradona.
They're gonna win too, Argentina. I think that's what I like in that game to win
I got my money on
against
France
Croatia. Yeah, you picked France from the beginning, I think.
from the beginning,
So you're rolling
from
with
the
France.
jump. I've been rolling with
I
them.
like Argentina and like young Ann over here saying they are calculated, their offense. I seen what they were doing. They're patient, they wait, and then they wait for some kind of thing and they go and then they go. And Messi is a fucking he has a lot of
He
skills.
has a lot of experience
man.
and he has a
got
lot of skill. Yeah.
skills.
He's a
How
skill
about
player.
that?
Videos of him when he was like 8 doing shit like that. He's been doing that since he was a
I
seed.
know.
Yeah.
I was like he's not. He don't play like he plays like different than Ronaldo. Ronaldo's kind of all over the field, hustling, running, covering all the ground. Messi's like a technician in the offensive end, in the box. Like he'll.
You know
just
what's
chill
very
out,
special,
but once
like,
he gets
about-
the ball, it's like
yeah.
shh, shh, shh.
You know what's special about this team? That the players that he's playing with, literally, like, were kids when Messi was in his first World Cup.
Yeah, right.
Like kids, bro. He got pictures like with the second guy that scored the second goal in the last game. It was a penalty and then it was a second goal. He got a picture when he was like in like an Argentinian club going to a Messi camp,
And he was what, like 8?
like 8 years old, and today he's playing in the World Cup with Messi.
How old is Messi?
I'm not sure, but
Like 35.
yeah, he got to be in his 30s, and on top of that, this is his last go around. This is his last World Cup,
Yeah.
so it's a big deal. Yeah,
And
nah, it's over after this.
Yeah, he'll be almost 40. You never know. He might still be good enough to play in 4 years. He's that good, Messi, to me. Like, his skills are just that, like, he gets the ball and it's like, it's like he can get his shot off. He could just do, his scoring ability in that box is crazy. He's so
Special.
like, quick and low to the ground, and he's got all the moves and the fakes, and it's like, yeah, when he gets the ball, you're like, everybody's on edge. Like, oh, here we about to go. He about to get it. He's like, his footwork is nice.
That pass he did was impressive.
Yeah, he's a top level dude. That dude, he's fun to watch. I kind of want them to win because of him. I kind of been like because he be getting a lot of hate. You know, I noticed he gets hate a lot too from fans who don't like him or whatever. Whatever it is, not everyone likes him.
Well, soccer fans are fucking, they're vicious, bro.
They are.
They fucking love their clubs, bro.
And they get vicious.
The
too.
only thing I gotta say though is that it's always been a Cristiano Ronaldo versus Messi thing.
Yeah, that's.
But
crazy.
I don't feel like I feel like the majority of people that don't bandwagon Messi, like they feel like me. Like we know Messi's like, bro, he's one of the GOATs. He's gonna die a soccer legend, bro.
Yeah.
But in the times that we are today, like in every sport, there's gonna be people that like LeBron and feel like
Yeah.
LeBron is the best player today, and there's people that's gonna feel like KD is the best player in the NBA. You know, like, and that's how I feel about Cristiano Ronaldo over Messi.
Okay.
But I also feel like their games is different.
They're
you know,
very
like,
different. Very
Yeah, like
different.
Cristiano's more like a midfielder forward.
Yeah.
He's just like a straight up forward.
Yeah. He's a striker almost. This guy.
Yeah, he's just like a striker. Like,
Because sometimes I watched him in the World Cup last time, and in the 4 years ago, and he looked sluggish out there in the field when there was like a lot of space. I was like, yo, this guy Messi's looking real sluggish out here. He wasn't really running. He was kind of like going through the motions. It seemed like he didn't have energy, and they lost. But he didn't look good to me in that World Cup. This one, and what I watched, which has been very limited, he's looked pretty good.
yeah,
He's like focused.
yeah.
They were saying last time he didn't like the manager, maybe of the team or some.
Yeah,
something like
I
that.
think he didn't like the head coach
That-
of the
you
team.
know what? That's an excuse, I guess, but not really good enough. Like you got to just go play. If you're that dude, you gotta go get it. World Cup for every 4
But-
years, like it's like
Got more money on France, the returning champions.
they are the returning champions.
Yeah, niggas forgot France last year. For last 4 years ago, 4 years before that, it was Croatia.
I remember when they lost to Italy. When was that? Like 12 years ago? 2007, maybe. Something like that. 2008.
Yeah.
And I remember when, oh no, it was 2006. And I remember they had Zinedine on France, Zinedine Zidane, and
Terry Henry.
and that grimy Italian goalie was like cursing them out and talking crazy to them. And he took them out of the game, remember?
Was that the one that like Zidane, like he headbutted somebody? Okay, yeah.
The
That was
Italian guy, yeah.
Yeah, that was that. You're right.
That dude that was crazy. Yeah, he was saying some crazy shit to him, and he spazzed out. Got like a red card and all that. He was
Nice.
talking about his mother or something like that. Some
It
Ita-
actually makes soccer exciting.
And said that's what's up.
That's a typical Italian move too, right?
Yeah.
That's a real get the little move.
I thought you gonna fuck your mother.
You know what's crazy? Like, even though soccer's like the most united like sport, it's like you see people's true colors sometimes come out like with some of these teams, bro. Like with the German team, like, bro, the motherfuckers play dirty, son. Like Uruguay, they just known to play dirty. Like, it's just certain teams that just have a certain thing to them. Like, it's just like they're just this way.
The Germans are good though.
No?
They're rugged.
I fucked with Germany back in like 20. What was it?
With Schweinsteiger and Müller.
Yeah, Germany's
That
different.
team was what? I remember that. When was the one? Maybe 2014. They ran through.
Yeah,
Brazil.
it was like three.
They
It was
beat
like
Brazil
two.
like 5-0.
It was like 3 World Cups before when they won the cup.
Yeah. Yeah, they ran. I remember that game. It was the semis. It was a big.
Germany's
matchup
always
against
been good,
Brazil.
though.
Knocked out early this year, right?
Yeah, they didn't even make the knockout round, the round of 16. They lost in the group stage two times in a row. And I remember they gave Brazil in the semis. That was a big showdown.
Yeah.
Brazil versus Germany, and the Germans smacked them.
Yeah,
They gave them that work.
stupid work. But yeah, finals is gonna be France versus Argentina and Pave versus Messi.
I'm gonna go with
It's gonna be a showdown. I'm
Argentina.
definitely going with France.
2-1 in overtime. They're not gonna go to penalty kicks. My prediction is that you make yours. I would say my prediction: Argentina wins 2-1 in overtime in an extra what they call it? Extra 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
in
extra
that
time.
In extra time, yeah. On a goal by Messi. In extra time for the win. That's gonna be this career. He's gonna be a legendary goal that he's gonna score.
I want to
Win it.
say 3-1 France full time.
That's a hard.
3-1.
France has been getting busy though. They got a full team. Their team,
France,
like team soccer.
and then on top of that, France has been winning in high volume.
What's your prediction?
1-0 Argentina. That's good. That's a goodie.
In what? Regulation?
All time. It can't go past that if it's 1.
Well, you got regulation.
Well, then
you
again, if
got
it's zip,
overtime,
and then okay.
and then you could say you could predict penalty kick. They win by penalty kicks in the end.
1-0 at the end of
In regulation?
Now wins.
Somebody might say, 0-0 and France wins in penalty kicks. That could be a prediction too, right? Yeah, I got them 2-1 in overtime, in extra time, in like the 110th minute.
I want France to win because I don't root
Messi.
I don't root for the favorites. So
I just don't fuck with Argentina.
Argentina's not really even a big. They're a slight underdog because they're a powerhouse.
Not
in
at all.
Soccer. They're like France. These are two powerhouses going at it in the final. These are two big dogs in the finals. Argentina and Brazil are big dogs from South America. They run with they're good with everybody.
France is in Europe.
And France is a top level in Europe with Germany and England. Pretty much, right? Who else would be at like a high level?
They always been solidified with Spain,
Spain, is
England,
Italy,
France, Germany,
Brazil, Argentina. Those are like the big.
Well, those are South America.
Yeah,
It's Croatia.
You think Croatia's up there now?
Wales. Croatia.
Semis last year and
Oh,
semis this
Croatia 2 years ago, they won the cup.
year. They did?
Yeah.
The World Cup or the
Yes,
Euro
the
Cup?
World Cup, bro. Every 4
4
years. Yeah, so I
don't
said
think
2 World Cups
Croatia
ago.
won the World Cup. I don't think so.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to tell you right now.
I think it was the Euro Cup.
Croatia.
Let me see. I don't know. I'm not sure either. We're going to check that out. Croatia Soccer Championship? But
Oh, I'm sorry about that. No, I'm wrong.
What they did? They didn't win the World Cup.
Oh no, they never won a World Cup. I'm sorry.
No, I know that.
I was mixing that up with fucking who were the team that
Euro
won?
Cup?
No, it was France.
Then before that, it was Germany.
Germany, yeah, okay, yeah. It was Croatia, it was Germany, yeah. But Croatia's always been a dominant team though.
Have they?
Hell's yeah, they've been in the World Cup like every fucking World Cup.
I don't know if they did 20 years ago.
No, they never won a World Cup, my bad.
No, I don't even know if they were in it like 20 years ago. You know what else is a pretty big time team? Well, then you have your second level
Wales.
teams like Switzerland. Denmark is usually pretty good. Oh, the Dutch, Holland, Netherlands.
Yeah, Netherlands always been
they're always up
dominant.
there. Belgium has had some good runs too. Yeah. That was my
Yeah.
team 4 years ago and 8 years ago. I love that Belgium team. I was
Belgium,
rooting for them. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, they're good. They got good teams too. And also, we can't forget about Colombia and Uruguay from South America also. More big time teams. Argentina, but also Uruguay and fucking what did I just say? Paraguay's good too sometimes. Colombia. You know what? Sometimes them and Ghana from Africa are the two best teams. Nigeria's been in there too. Those are the best teams from Africa: Nigeria, Ghana, and Cameroon. Probably the best 3 teams in Africa. Well, Morocco had a good run this year. They burst on the scene this year. Out of
Cameroon,
nowhere.
Nigeria,
Ghana for sure.
Senegal,
Senegal's not bad either.
Ghana,
Morocco, I guess.
Nigeria. Did I say
Yeah, I
Nigeria?
said Nigeria, yeah.
Nigeria, Cameroon, Morocco, Senegal.
They
Saudi
actually
Arabia.
were decent this year. They made the knockout round.
Saudi Arabia always, like, out of that side,
They're okay.
Saudi Arabia. It's always been Saudi Arabia.
And Japan and Korea are good now.
Japan and Korea has always been good.
South Korea
Always
and Japan
been
are
good.
Nice. Yeah.
Japan and
South
Korea,
Korea are nice.
they
look
always been good in the
dangerous
World
this
Cup.
year. I thought that they had a chance to do it. They got a lot of speed on fucking South Korea.
But legendary coming out of Africa is Nigeria because they had Real Culture. He's legendary. He's just a legendary player in soccer. Real Culture
And I
from
think
Nigeria.
Ghana too, the Black Stars.
Ghana had good teams
Ghana
too.
made it to the round of 16
Cameroon
a lot.
always was strong in World Cups.
I remember when Ghana made it to the quarterfinals. They beat America in the round of 16. I remember that game. I was watching that game at Big D's house.
I think. Let me see how much Colombia World Cups we got. I think we got like 2 or 1.
Do they? Was that with like Valderrama?
Yeah.
It was Anthony's boy. Carlos Valderrama.
Hold on. I might be
What
wrong.
about Chile? True. What about Chile? Not bad either, right? I heard Chile is a dope country right now, as people was telling me. If you wanted to go somewhere to get away, Chile and Uruguay, the best low-key spots in South America.
1990.
Who? Colombia won, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was Valderrama on them.
No. Well, let me
He was
see.
after that? Pull up their roster. I'm going to put the 49ers game back on. 49ers are playing the Seahawks right now. They were up 14-3 at the half, the Niners. That defense looks like it's ready. It's in playoff mode now. The 49ers. That defense is looking real. They are peaking right now, the Niners. They score enough points to that defense can really shut it down. It's starting to look like they're not going for spit out there. The Niners. I don't even think the Seahawks had 100 yards in offense in the first half. And they had a good little drive at the end of the half. And I still don't think they have 100 yards of total offense. Let me see.
No, Colombia has no World Cups. I thought they did in 95 or nah. But we just had that crazy game where I think they won like 5-1 against Argentina. Yeah, that's crazy.
Wait,
We
did
don't
they
got
ever
a
make
World Cup.
final?
Yeah, we made
Oh,
finals.
they're up 21-6 now.
Yeah, fuck all that. I got my money on France. Adam has his money on Argentina.
We might have to make a little bet.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, by the way, shout out to my boys. New York Knicks. 5 straight in a row.
They won 5 in a row?
Jalen Brunson did Caruso dirty the other night.
When? I
Dirty.
missed overtime.
Dirty.
The bullshit.
Crossed him so bad he left him on Broadway, stepped back and hit the 3 on him. It was nasty work.
Oh.
It was nasty.
Overtime?
Nah, not in overtime.
Just during the game.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Here we go. Brock Purdy having a game out here. Geno Smith's starting to get busy, but not really. No turnovers either team. Fumbled. The Seahawks fumbled. Yeah, the Knicks are playing well. I noticed Julius Randle and Barrett are going off, and Brunson's going off.
Yeah.
That's like their main three that's their main 3 guys. And it seems like my boy Quentin Grimes is starting to play well. From what I'm noticing.
Yeah. Yes.
That's a key guy for them. You know that, right? And I've been saying that since off like that. That's the guy, one of the guys that he has to get. He's a key guy because the way he plays, Grimes, he plays the way where he's going to get his shots here. You know, he's solid. But you can have other guys who can be superstars, and he's just like a solid shooting guard that fits right in that spot. Where you can have other guys that like you can have Barrett, Randall, and Brunson all trying to go off with Grimes. And he'll figure out ways to add into it as like the spot-up shooter. You know what I mean?
It's true.
So
Nah, Quentin Grimes, yeah, he's special. But the Knicks are playing good basketball right now.
Yeah.
And Jalen Brunson has made a big difference.
I told you he would.
RJ is fitting into his mold a little more.
I told people Jalen Brunson was
good.
I said it was nobody said this. I said it was the best pickup of the offseason. It was the best free agent signing out of any team. I was like, wow, the Knicks are really coming up with I'm a big Jalen Brunson fan. You know, I'm not a Knicks fan, but Brunson, I know, he knows how to win. Just check him at Villanova. Look, he's going to the conference finals with the Mavericks. It's not a mistake that, as he started getting better, they end up in the conference finals. That wasn't a accident.
Yeah, right.
My Nets got to deal with these guys. The Knicks, they're coming on, just like the Nets are. The Nets are on fire. 8 out of 9. Durant and Irving both playing at a high level, both playing healthy, both healthy.
Facts.
This is the most games I've seen them play together, since they've been here. It feels like they're both healthy. Other guys are getting healthy right now. Joe Harris is starting to come alive. Ben Simmons is getting healthy and playing better. T.J. Warren finally, after 2 years, been out. He's playing, giving us points off the bench. Seth Curry's getting a little more healthy. Claxton's been playing well all season.
Claxton, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Claxton.
Yeah,
he cut the hair. He's been getting busy.
He's been getting busy. And this kid Watanabe's good, and other guys are giving good minutes. Cam Thomas when we need him. He's a dynamo. That second-year player, Cam Thomas can score 30 points in games. Right. He's a scorer. He's a natural scorer. They have the type of team that they like to play other guys with Durant and Irving that mix with them better. But whenever the Nets have one of those guys out or both of them out, like that Pacer game Friday night where they sat everybody and they played all the young guys, Cam Thomas had 33 and we won. And had 21 in the fourth quarter. He's a dynamo. He had 20 points in the fourth quarter against the Knicks last year. That game against the Garden. He can really, when he gets going, he can score.
Yeah, he can score. Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, he's a weapon. That I didn't like how Steve Nash didn't use him, especially not in the playoffs last year. I thought that was dumb. He fell in Steve Nash's doghouse, but he's too good to be in the doghouse like that. Yeah, the Nets and Knicks actually playing well, both of them. Looking like they'll both be playoff teams in the East. Fuck around, they might match up in the first round. I kind of hope not. They could end up being like a 3 versus 6 matchup or 4 versus 5, even, something like that.
Yeah. Could be. That's a fact.
Right now they're 4 and 6. They're 4th and 6, and so they can.
Yeah. It's crazy too with the Pelicans. How dominant the Pelicans.
Yeah, I picked them for the top 4.
Man, the Pelicans look good.
I know. I've seen that coming. You've seen it coming from last year. Oh yeah, you're watching how they're playing, and then you add Zion to that.
Yeah,
of course, and he's healthy and playing. Zion's not a selfish player either. He knows how to play with the team too.
Yeah,
he paid any guys played for Duke. Understand some team basketball because that's the one good thing with Coach K. You go to Duke, even if it was for a year. These guys, he pushes team basketball on you. You're gonna play team basketball with him. It doesn't matter how good you are. You come there to knowing that you're gonna do that. You're not going to be like a selfish, none of that stuff's going to go on.
Right.
So all those guys have good backgrounds, like these R.J. Barretts, these Zions, these Jason
Tatum's, like they come from a good,
Brandon Ingrams, these
they come
Grayson
from a good
Allens.
system.
Yeah, they're all playing at Duke, these guys I'm naming.
Yeah, that's a fact.
These Luke Kennard.
Coming from good coaching, good systems.
Yeah.
Winning systems at that.
Yeah. Duke is, they don't, they guys know how to play. You play as a team.
Right.
There's no, this guy Banchero on Orlando, the rookie. There's so many. Wow, if I went on looked at, there's so many Duke guys in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
That are good players too. It's pretty ill.
That's a fact.
I'm about to check that out. Active players from Duke in the NBA. It's an impressive list, probably.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Let's see.
Cam Reddish.
Yeah. Duke. Here we go. Here it goes. Wow, this is a strong list. AJ Griffin, the rookie on the Hawks. Kyrie Irving. Seth Curry. Mason. Wow. Wait, 20. Let's see. 25 Blue Devils on opening rosters. You got Cam Reddish, RJ Barrett, Kyrie Irving, Seth Curry, Paolo Banchero, Wendell Moore on Minnesota, Austin Rivers, Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, Wendell Carter on Orlando, Mason Plumlee on the Plum Lord on the Hornets,
Plum Lord.
Cam Reddish, R.J. Barrett, Trevor Keels, Tyus Jones on Memphis, his brother Trey Jones on San Antonio. Yeah. Wow. Also, Grayson Allen, Marvin Bagley on the Pistons, who's playing well. Damn, yo. This Jalen Johnson on the Hawks, some young guy. Anybody else? Gary Trent Jr. on Toronto Raptors. Justice Winslow on Portland. Luke Kennard. Yeah, Duke is covered. Jason Tatum, like we said. Mark Williams, the rookie on Charlotte. Zion Williamson. Jason Tatum, Brandon Ingram, and Zion Williamson, bro.
Crazy.
And Kyrie.
Crazy.
And R.J. Barrett.
Crazy. That's a crazy list if you think about it.
Yeah. And Gary Trent Jr. throwing there Seth Curry. It's a tough list. Tyus
Special
Jones.
guys.
Yeah. Grayson Allen. Even Austin Rivers. He ain't no burger.
Yeah, he ain't no scrub, bro.
And Banchero,
I like
rookie.
Austin Rivers a lot, too.
Two good rookies, Banchero and A.J. Griffin on the Hawks. You like who? Austin Rivers? Oh,
He's always been good to me.
He's a good player.
He's always been a good player to me.
He's a nice bench player. If he's a guard off the bench for you, you're doing all right. He's a good player on the bench. He's not gonna hurt you coming.
Yeah,
off the
he's
bench.
nice.
Yeah,
So what's going on in football? Talk to me.
Oh, football's been shaking out a little bit. We're heading right now into 4 weeks left in the season. 4 games left for everybody, and there's some tight races. The Jets are in the heat of the AFC. Giants and Jets are right in the wild card mix. Heavy.
Right.
The thing working against both of them a little bit is that there's 8 divisions. The Giants are in the AFC East. No, Jets AFC East, Giants NFC East. Both of those divisions are the two best they're the two best divisions in football. So like every team is like the Buffalo in the Jets division. Buffalo's 10-3, Miami's 8-5, and the Jets in New England are 7-6. So it's tough division. They're both tough. All of them could make the playoffs, but it's just they're in a tough division. The Giants, Eagles are 12-1, best in the NFL, best record in the NFL. Cowboys are 10-3. No slouch either.
Wow.
And the Giants and the Commanders are 7-5-1. The Commanders are on fire, bro. They've won 5 out of 6.
In Washington.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The Commanders have worked there, and the Detroit Lions have been on fire. They worked their way into.
How's the Cowboys doing?
They're 10-3. The Cowboys have kind of been in the cut because they're behind the Eagles in the division. So the Eagles are getting a lot of the hype, and they look great. But the Cowboys are playing good football too. They're 10-3. You
How's New York
football
looking?
when you're 10-3. The Giants have been fading. Because the Giants, like I was saying, they were overachievers. I was kind of telling, like, them being 7-2 was like, wow. Like, wow. So the fact that in their last 4 games, they've lost 3 and have a tie, not that surprised by it. They were gonna mean out. Now it's interesting to see how they do the rest of the season. They play the Commanders this weekend. They could win that game. That's a toss-up game. Again, playing the Commanders again. That's a toss-up game. That game could go either way. That's actually a very good game. Giants at the Commanders. That's a big game too. In a wild card run, because you basically have those two going for the last wild card spot and the Seahawks. Because let me see, the Cowboys are going to get a wild card spot, and then actually, then the Giants and the Commanders got the next 2 spots, the other 2 spots. But Seattle is coming to steal one of those spots. Maybe they're in it, and the Lions, who are hot right now, the red hot Lions, who've beaten the Commanders and the Giants head to head. So the Lions are a surprise team because they've been horrible the last 5 years in the NFL. They've been like the worst team in the NFL.
Okay.
The last 5 years. But you seen it last year that the coach, that new coach, he started to get to them. They started winning a couple of games late. Then they struggled early this year. They lose, but then they've been hot. They've won 5 out of 6. They're playing good. So they're coming from out of it's cool because the Lions been stuck, and now all of a sudden they're playing good. and they look like they even might have a chance to sneak in the playoffs, which would be kind of cool. At the top of the NFC, the Eagles look like the class, but the 49ers look great. They're 9-4 in their division, leading it, and they look great. The Cowboys look dangerous, and the Vikings in the North. I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Vikings. They don't believe in the Vikings. Vikings are the team that they're 10-3, but nobody believes in them.
Right.
The team that I remember I told you about the GM is friendly with, and that's my team. I've been running, I'm running with them too because it's my boy, and he's a GM. Big shout out to Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, Vikings GM. That's my guy. Like me, that's my boy. Like it's crazy how he's a GM of an NFL team. Like you don't understand. It's like crazy to me. I'm like, yo, my boy is a GM of an NFL team.
Yeah, that is nuts.
It's
crazy.
It's crazy. Like I still a little stunned. Like KAM, that's a real dude. He's from Ghana. That's one of my boys from Ghana. He's an awesome dude. By the way, if y'all don't know, like the Vikings GM is awesome, and he knows football. Me and him have chopped up so much football before, and he's just an ill cat in general. It's crazy how I feel like he's gonna win the Super Bowl as the GM there.
He should,
because he's just ill. I feel like he'll win the Super Bowl. Like he made strides this year with Minnesota. Them getting him hiring a coach, and they kept a lot of the players, which I kind of told them to. They kept some good vets, me and him talking.
Some low key conversations.
Yeah, there definitely was. Text message. They got good vets. I was like, dog, you got good vets over there. Harrison Smith, Adam Thielen, Kirk Cousins, Patrick Peterson, Daniil Hunter. These guys are hungry. Let it rock with these guys. Eric Kendricks, a linebacker. Then they've added some young guys in there that did it, to mix in with those guys, like in the secondary and stuff. This dude, Josh Metellus, is playing good. Oh, that was mugging.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was a mugging. Then the linebacker, Troy Dye. They got a couple of Minnesota's. And the three guys they drafted, the rookies, all in the secondary, are all hurt right now, which is crazy. That's another thing that's kind of why they don't look so great on defense, too. Those three rookies, Lewis Seen, Andrew Booth Jr., and Caleb Evans, are all out for the Minnesota. They're a little banged up on defense. So, but I love them at 10-3. I still think that people are sleeping on the Vikings at 10-3. Yeah, they don't look crazy. They'd dominate games or whatever, but they're gonna be in the game. That's the thing. They're gonna be in the game and they could win the game. They're one of those teams. They'll just play and they can beat you at the end of the game.
Right.
They play enough defense to get a stop here and there when they need it. They score points. They can run the ball. They can throw the ball. They got I think the best wide receiver in the NFL, Justin Jefferson. Monster. They got a good running game. The line is good. Kirk Cousins you give him time in a running game, he can hurt you at quarterback. A lot of people don't realize that. Kirk Cousins with a running game and a good offensive line, he's going to score and he's going to do some things. He's a gritty cat. Minnesota is dangerous in the playoffs. People need to realize that. Then we go to the South, where one of these teams are going to get in. Tampa Bay's in first place, the Bucs, Tom's team, but they're 6-7. People are waiting for them to play well, but the division is so bad that they're in the lead. Carolina and Atlanta are right behind them at 5-8, and they still might even sneak and win that division because Tampa Bay just looks. They even look bad the last couple of games. They look like they made that big come from behind win against the Saints on Monday night. They were down by 13 points. Brady brought them down. It was like an epic, legendary Brady to come from behind.
Legendary Brady moment.
Yeah. Then they went to San Francisco and got their ass whooped last Sunday. But San Francisco's on fire, though. San Francisco's been whipping everybody's ass the last, 5-6 weeks. Like, whipping teams. So, they whipped Miami. Tua, they whipped Tampa. They whipped the Rams. They whipped the the Cardinals. They whipped them. Been whipping teams, whipping that ass. Kansas City beat them though. But even crazier, Jimmy G got hurt, their quarterback. But this rookie is playing real well. He even looks better than Jimmy G. Brock Purdy. He's a little mobile. he's more mobile, and that actually works better with this team. His
Like
mobility.
Purdy.
Yeah, the mobility, the way the Niners are built, his mobility actually is makes them even better because he can steal some first downs with his legs, and with a defensive team like that, that only makes a defensive team better. When you have a really good defensive team, the key is long drives on offense. Even if you only get a field goal, you want to hold the ball. Because the better a defense is, the more fresh you can keep them, the more they can really like be dominant out there. You know, people don't understand that's why. Look at Nick Bosa. Ooh, that was a good cutback by Kenneth Walker to the outside. This guy's a good running back. This Kenneth Walker on Seattle, the rookie out of Michigan State. He's a special little back. This guy, the Seattle got a real one in Kenneth Walker. There were two really nice running backs in this draft. Breece Hall for the Jets, who's hurt, and Kenneth Walker. These guys are ballers. They're for real running backs. I like Pierre Strong was on the Patriots, too. There's a couple of James Cook on Buffalo. But basically also I got to go get the battery. In the AFC in football,
Yeah.
Mahomes is Chiefs up there 10-3. Buffalo's 10-3. The surging Bengals are 9-4. And it looks like amongst those three teams, here comes Bosa. Got him. Bosa's a savage. Look, 97. There he is. There's a goon. Nick Bosa at defensive end. Watch this. 97. I was telling you about him before. He's a monster, Nick Bosa. What was I gonna say? What were we talking about? Oh yeah. Amongst those three teams, I'm also like seeing the Chargers as a sleeper team emerging in the AFC with getting healthy, and they have a lot of talent on that team. They're getting healthy right at the right time. So I think actually the Chargers are going to make the playoffs as a wild card with Miami, most likely, because and who else? And it looks like the Ravens, but I don't know. Hold on,
Yeah, quick intermission.